what do you folks mean by smart cloud native apps?
Smart cloud native apps is really, our view of how cloud native applications are going to evolve in the next few years. And we call it smart cloud native apps because we see this as kind of a shift similar to, when we went from mobile phones that couldn't do a whole lot to then smartphones that we use today, which have all kinds of exciting capabilities built in. And if you look at a modern smartphone, whether you're using Apple or Android, they have a lot of AI capabilities built in. A lot of the key features that make these phones so strong, like the personal assistants like Siri, search, even the Photos app that organizes your photos intelligently, that's all driven by AI. And so what we're seeing is that a lot of organizations that are building cloud native apps are starting to evolve towards building these AI capabilities into their products that they're running on cloud native infrastructure to be at the head of the pack, to be the leaders in their industry. We've seen this evolution where, when cloud native was new, when Kubernetes first came out and containers were popular, organizations mainly built stateless applications because frankly, that's all the platforms could do at that point, right? And then over time, we added stateful capabilities, right? The container storage interface was only introduced in 2017. So now people were building stateful applications. We're starting to collect data and build applications around the data they're collecting. Well, now the next step that a lot of these guys are going is they want to gain insights into their data. They want to build products around that. And so that's why they need AI capabilities to build into their apps. That's why we call them smart cloud native apps.
When you talk about smart, it's about their own capabilities, what they deliver to their users, or smart is also mean to make those apps also more resilient, more reliable, more secure?
It's a great question. So I really think that AI and ML is a general purpose tool that will be built into pretty much all the products we use every day. A few examples. We talked about smartphones. Everybody, knows about self-driving cars. The capabilities that folks like Tesla and others are building into their cars. But we work with a medical device manufacturer, for example, and they're building AI into their MRI scanners and other medical equipment, right? So it is going to be built into those products that are running on top of cloud native platforms. But we ourselves are also using AI to make our products better. So we'll see, products like ours, like our Kubernetes platform, to also leverage AI to help operators make better decisions, to run the platform more efficiently, to anticipate problems before they become real problems.
I often have this discussion when I'm talking to AI ML folks is that just the way a few years ago we were like, hey, every company should be a software company. Then we were like, hey, every company should have a cloud strategy. We started talking multi-cloud. I think soon AI ML will also become an integral part. It will not be a separate thing. It will just be part of how we write, deliver, deploy applications. Because without that, we cannot see a word. So do you think that AI ML will be at the central, just like a lot of other technologies that we rely on?
I really do. I really do think it will be built into everything. We're already seeing it happen, right? And it's oftentimes we don't even notice it, right? Because it's really just built in, and it improves those products that we use. Why it makes a lot of sense in the cloud native world to leverage AI for operations is simply because the cloud native stack is becoming more and more complex, right? A lot of different components. We always talk about Kubernetes, of course, the predominant technology in this space. But the reality is there's over a dozen of other open source pieces you need to put together to build a production grade stack. And now when you're adding AI capabilities, an AI pipeline with notebooks and training and hyperparameter tuning and deployment, you're adding a ton more capabilities. So it's a complex system. And I think AI is a great way to tame that complexity and to sort of be a sidekick to a human operator that needs to run these complex systems.